Hello everyone, this is Miss Penelope Lemon-Biscuit, if you didn't know, and she has got a very important message, which is, when did the magic disappear? When do you think it disappeared? Well, we think that the magic disappeared when you started to believe that you had to do things, when there were rules and you had to get it right and you mustn't make mistakes and you didn't want to fail and you did not want to look stupid and you definitely did not want to do a silly little dance in the supermarket just because they were playing a song you liked. Yeah, because apparently people do that. Can you believe it, Penelope? No, Mummy. There you go. So actually, sorry, that should have been, yes, Mummy, and it was you. Anyway, so what I'm really trying to say is that we lose magic when we lose play, when we lose curiosity, when we lose the ability to be more experimental, to be explorative, and we live our lives by rules that say, you must do this, this is what your life will be, you must achieve these things, you cannot achieve any other things, you are very limited in what you can do. Me. Whoever thought I'd even get a maths O level? But I have a very firm belief that I could do a degree in maths if I wanted to. And if you've ever experienced the level of my mathematical ability, zero, really, you would be like, what? But the point is, I have a belief that eventually I'd get it. It might take me 10 times as long as everyone else, but I'd get it in the end. Because you would get it in the end if you keep on going. The important thing is you want to stop putting limitations on your life, because you give yourselves the rules that then become your life. So it's like, bears can't talk, obviously. There is no magic. You are very limited in your intelligence, in your belief, in your ability to do things. And pretty much every film you've seen has probably disproved that, you know, skiing with one leg or climbing Everest on one leg or whatever it is that people do that's just, oh, it's impossible. How could they possibly have done it? But someone makes a film because it was so incredible. Those are the sorts of things that I see as magical, really. But we give up on the magic because we experience things in life that go wrong, which are, oh no, I couldn't learn that at school, so therefore I would never be able to do this. Oh, well done for writing a rule for yourself there. No one else wrote that rule for you, but you wrote it and you accepted it. And Penelope and I don't think it's a very good idea. And that's why we think that teddy bears are very important, because they represent a time in your life when you did know that everything was possible, when you did know that limitations, well, I would say were just in your mind, but I think probably you didn't really know that there were limitations. And if you can go back to your childhood bear, perhaps, if they're still alive, if they've still got anima, and they're not all staring up at you and they've gone back to the bear dimension because they're bored. And some bears don't. Some bears will still be there. So check out the childhood bear. Depending on how old you are, check them out. They might still be in there waiting for you to come back. But if they're not, there's nothing stopping you. Nothing stopping you going to the shop and getting another bear, is there, Penelope? Just like you. Exactly. And just try out being silly, because it doesn't hurt anyone. And if you're really self-conscious, then nobody has to know. Do it behind closed doors. Get a teddy bear, do a little dance, sing a little song, and just see if you feel liberated. Because the more you can free yourself up from limits and rules and I must do this, silliness and play are part of that. And they're part of you having access to more creativity, more problem solving, all the good things, more magic. What is magic, you might ask? Well, we can come back to that in a later video, because I have promised that I will go over one of the types of bear that is, well, they're blue. blue bears. But these particular bears are called magical blue bears because there is something about the colour blue that is magical. And you really have to understand a little bit about magic before you understand about magical blue bears. But I will be reading you a story about magical blue bears so that you understand what they are about. And in order to do that, we need to return to the subject of, are rabbits bears? Because that's another very important question. And if you think about it from the logical point of view, are rabbits bears? They have 2 ears and they eat carrots, so they can't be bears. That is your logical mode of thinking. That is your, I've been told to grow up and I mustn't be silly and I must achieve all the things and tick all the boxes. Rabbits can't possibly be bears. But open your mind a little. Free your mind, do a little dance, sing a little song, and you will find that a lot more is accessible to you. And a lot more is accessible to you if you are a rabbit. Who is a bear? Or are they? Well, we'll talk about that next time.